Welcome to day 15 of the CYP 60-day challenge. Every day we've been moving a little closer to our goals as we move towards the end of 2019 and getting closer to manifesting the truest version of ourselves in 2020. And this week in particular, we've been focused on career goals. What is the vision for the career that we want to have? What's the type of change and work that we want to be engaged in? What are the skills and experiences that we need to build in order to get there? And then how do we make sure that when we get there, we are wildly successful? We've talked about a lot of things over the course of the last week. And so today, on our last day of focusing on careers, we want to talk about how do you get it all done? The majority of my coaching clients are people who are interested in finding their perfect career, finding a career that is aligned with, if you remember from the first challenge, something that they are passionate, excited about, that lights them up, something that pays them well, that can afford the quality of life and benefits they need, and in an environment that is healthy and allows them to thrive. Now, what that is will continue to change and grow. So what I mean by perfect career, I mean for you right now in this moment, and that will continue to adjust and grow as you adjust and grow. And most of those clients that I speak to wonder, how do I do it all? How do I stay engaged in the projects that I want to be engaged in? How do I manage the to-do list that feels like it is never ending? And the truth is, there is no magic bullet. There is no quick answer to how to get it all done. It really takes three things. If you want to manage and get through that entire to-do list, you either have to take something completely off that list, allocate one of those responsibilities to somebody else, or just work longer. That's the reality. Those three things. Take it off, give it to somebody else, work longer or harder. And so part of the challenge is you have to assess and figure out what are the priorities. When you look at your list, what are some of the most important things that need to get done for me to be successful? There are different ways that you can analyze that. If you are part of an organization or a company, you can think, well, most important is what moves the work forward, rooted in what the organization says is mandatory, is necessary. You can look at it in terms of legal, contractual compliance and make sure that those things get done first. You can think about what is most time sensitive or urgent, what's going to shut everything down if I don't do it today. And so there are different ways that you can look at what are the priorities and determine what needs to be taken off your plate. Another way to look at it is what requires your particular brain, your skill set, your particular brand of time and attention. And if you look at something and says, this doesn't really require my brain, think, is there someone else that can do that task? Now, it may mean that you don't have anyone else on your team that you are paying in order to do that task. But if you recall from earlier in the week, we talked about how volunteer opportunities within the organization are a great way for people to build their knowledge and their skill sets and their relationships. Are there really dynamic, incredible people in your organization or that you're aligned with as a freelancer, as a contractor, as an entrepreneur who would be interested in taking on some additional projects in order to be more engaged in the work, to get some experience down on their belt, on their resume, to be able to have some time to talk with you and learn from you? Can you engage people either assigning them something else as a part of their responsibility or engaging them in a volunteer opportunity so that you can take some things off of your plate that no longer need your time or attention or energy or brain and engage them so that they can gain some skill sets and some opportunities to learn those things. So that's going to be your task for today. You're going to go on to the CYP 60-day challenge link in the comments or in the bio. You're going to find the PDF there, and you're going to have an opportunity to assess. When looking at your to-do list and figuring out how can you get on top of it, how can you remain successful and feel really productive, are there things that you can take off of your list? Are there things that you can allocate out to somebody else? Or are there some things that you're just going to have to work longer, work more hours to get the thing done? Fill it out. Let us know what you think. Go onto Facebook, on Instagram, share your story with us. Let us be on this journey with you. Go onto our website at craftingyourpath.com if you've missed any of the other challenges. You can access the last 8 of them there. And any before that you can't get to, sign up for a newsletter and you'll be able to access all 60 days, all videos, all the handouts at the end of the challenge. and then come back tomorrow where we're going to have a new theme and a new way in which we can reach the highest version of ourselves. I'll see you tomorrow.